this week's Lite Bite Lunch. I'm absolutely delighted to have Sharon from Wacky Snacks joining us today, and I'm sure she's going to have loads of tales to tell us. But in the meantime, pull up a cup of coffee, sit back, relax for the next 30 minutes, and enjoy us with a bit of Lite Bite Lunch. Good afternoon. This is the Lite Bite Lunch, and somebody did actually just message there to mention that I said about pulling up a cup of coffee. You haven't seen the size of cup of coffee that I like to have at this time of day. But anyway, enough about that. Sharon, absolutely delighted to have you with us. But before we get into discussing everything snack-wise and Wacky Snack, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hiya. I'm Sharon. I'm 48. I have 3 kids living in Wexford. The eldest chap is married and moved away to Dublin. And then we have the 2 girls who are aged 13 and 11. I've had a couple of businesses over the years. A lot of you might recognize me. And this is my latest guise, as it were. So yeah.
Brilliant. So that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, well, kind of.
Yes. Well, firstly, I want to say a huge thank you for coming in to talk to us today. I know you're back after a couple of days off trying to have a little bit of quality time with the family and whatnot over the summer, and really appreciate it because I know as well you have a very big show coming up on Monday that you're trying to get everything organized for. So really appreciate you coming in to have a chat with us today. So tell us a little bit about your route to Wacky Snacks. How did you end? Like, where did the world of self-employment begin for you?
Right. So about 8 years ago, I think. About 8 years. I'm not very good with dates and times, so bear with me. But about 8 years ago, I started out as the Cotton Shack, where I sold fabric and buttons and things like that. And I did that for about a year and a half. And then I ended up selling. I changed my business then to the Little Geek Shack, and I sold like Spider-Man figures, licensed T-shirts. Eventually, I got into vintage clothing and records. I started out on a stall in the Bullring Market in Wexford. Then I had a shop on the main street in Wexford. It was a very small shop, and then I ended up into a much bigger shop, and I moved in there actually during COVID. During COVID, which was fun. But I lasted there about 2 years, I think. And then I decided that because I had younger children, if anything happened at home, I'd have to close the shop and put up a sign and put it up on social media that the shop was shut. And I couldn't afford anyone to come in and cover. So I was like, do you know what? I just couldn't tie myself to the shop anymore. So got rid of the shop, went online only for the vintage clothes and the records. And I did that for about a year, and I basically lost my mojo. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't loving it. I wasn't enjoying it. So I was thinking of something else to do. And my girls were buying American candy online from shops in Ireland. And there's a few people doing it, but the customer service on a lot of them was really, really bad. So I was like, do you know what? I'll do it, and I'll do it better. Like the shipping times for these places were 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it was just, yeah. So I decided to do it, and I started myself. Got in some American stuff and pick and mix, and then a friend of mine who had a similar idea. We met up and we had a coffee, and the two of us are doing it now together, which is brilliant. It's actually brilliant for me because she's really good at stuff that I'm not good at, and vice versa. So yeah, so the two of us are doing it now.
Absolutely. And I mean, two heads are better than one.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
just so we have a comment in there from Maggie Garrity. Let's just get called up here. Can share up. So, you know, a bricks and mortar store is very demanding. Well done on your enterprise.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really demanding. It's you know, you could be in the shop from 10 to 6 and you might have 2 people in the door, and it's just so disheartening. And then there's other days where it could be so busy, and then you're like, oh, this is brilliant, now it's going to take off again. And then the next day you could have 2 people in the door again, and it's just so long, so depressing. It's very, very hard. So kudos to anyone who still has a bricks and mortar shop, because it's very hard.
Yeah, no, well, again, I mean, and the same thing goes for anyone. It doesn't matter how many people, how many friends you have, etc. The world of self-employment is an extremely lonely place, because even if you have people around you can chat with about the struggles you have going on, it still doesn't change the fact that you're the one going through this, and you're the one trying to figure out exactly how do I make this work for me.
Yeah, exactly. So, and having Lucy on board now is brilliant, because I actually didn't know I needed somebody, but when she came on board, everything just fit into place.
Yeah.
You know, I had someone to bounce ideas off and to pick up the slack in stuff that I couldn't do, and so far so good anyway.
Brilliant. Well, and I mean, again, the other big thing by having Lucy on board with you is the fact that it shares out the workload. So when you're away, I'm sure that played a little bit of ease, that she could keep an eye on things.
Yeah, well, actually, Lucy's away at the same time. So, like, I had a few days, but Lucy's away in America at the moment, so she's gone for kind of 2 weeks. So I told her not to worry about anything, and that I'd be checking my phone, which I did nonstop while I was away. I was constantly checking for notifications, for orders, you know. So it wasn't really much of a holiday, but it was nice just for a change of scenery, you know. But I do have to make a very conscious effort, because of the 2 girls, to try not to be on my phone all day long. You know, it's very hard, because they're always like, Mommy, you know, talk to me, or, you know, we want to go off and do things. And so I have to try and kind of loosen up a bit that way.
Well, that's it. Now, one of the things, and one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on, and I'm hoping you can explain it, because I haven't heard of it anywhere else. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I want to talk to you about the Hot Chip Challenge.
Oh, right. You're talking to the right person. Yes. So this is insanity in a box. Put it that way. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah.
The Hot Chip Challenge, right? It's a TikTok sensation.
Right.
So basically, in this box contains 1 tortilla chip, and it's covered in the hottest chili powder, which is, what is it, Rhea? Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, it's the hottest one, apparently, as far as I know, in the world. It's 2.2 million Scoville on the Scoville scale. So you get 1 chip. You get a glove, because if you handle it and then touch your eyes are going to burn. So you have a glove, you have a sticker, and I think a card or something said you've done the challenge. So when we were at the Calag show there a couple of weeks ago, we had a few people thinking that this was nothing. Sure, I can do that, no problem. And they sat down and they did it, and they all, they couldn't believe how hot it was. We also had Mr. Universe. I think he was Mr. Universe a few years ago. He's from Wexford. And there's a video of him. He got one off us, and he couldn't take it. He was sweating. He was coughing. He was choking. But if you like your spice, this is for you. But the challenge is that you have to go as long as possible without a drink. And the longest that we've had so far is like 2.5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's crazy.
I
Now it
don't
is
imagine.
€12, so it's not like a snack.
I,
It's almost like a game, I suppose.
yeah,
You know.
absolutely. Well, actually,
Yeah.
that actually ties in quite well because Monique is asking, can you introduce some of your more unusual snacks?
Yeah, of course. So for instance, what do we have? We have a pickle kit. Now I don't know if you've seen these online either. So
No.
in this is a giant pickle, like just one giant pickle in like a pouch, and you get like sweet and sour stuff as well, and you get spicy crisps. And if you put them all together, it's meant to be really, really nice. I haven't tried it. My kids have tried it, and they seem to like it. But these are really popular. Um, we have Takis. Now, Takis are quite popular, and they're in some of the shops around, but they sell out very, very quick. So Takis are like a tortilla chip, with like a spicy kind of what's it called, flavoring. Yeah, and we have two types of them. We have the blue heat one. These are actually blue. They're blue crisp, so they leave your tongue and your mouth blue. These actually are really popular. These are called Ramoon, and they're a Japanese drink. And in the very top of it is a marble, and you have to push. You take this off, and then there's like a pusher thing, stopper, and you push that, release the marble, it rolls down the bottle, and it releases the drink. So we have two different flavors of that. These go really well at the shows that we're doing. And yeah, and then we have our pick and mix, which are all online, and you can go on and you can pick what you want you pick and we mix basically. So yeah,
absolutely. Well,
those stuff.
we are going to talk more about pick and mix in a few minutes.
Yeah,
But certainly you've certainly got some
loads of
rather
stuff. Yeah.
rather bespoke pieces there. Tell me, how many of the snacks that you actually carry are vegan? Do you know?
Sorry, say that again.
Are any of the snacks that you carry vegan?
Yeah, we have some vegan sweets in the pick and mix. And off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what's vegan here on the table, but they'll be on the website so you can see. But we do try to cater for vegan, and we're hoping to get some sugar-free stuff in as well, because we're getting a lot of diabetics looking for sugar-free.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you'll see that on the website, what's vegan and what's not. I can't remember.
Absolutely. I mean, when it comes to the diabetic stock, I will just mention to you, and this is coming from somebody who is diabetic, be very, very careful. A lot of them can cause very serious stomach issues, what they describe as diabetic sweets.
Okay.
So just look very closely at who the suppliers are and that type of thing. There's a lot of them out in the market that what they're offering can cause very serious stomach issues, actual damage to the stomach lining with some of the ingredients.
Wow. So we'll do our research. Don't worry.
Absolutely. And we've another question coming in there. Right.
Yeah, for parties, absolutely. Yeah. We actually, one of the guys from the Mr. Universe guy, a lot of his friends are in the gym with him, and they bought like 4 or 5, and they all did it together. So they had a bit of practice.
So challenge to see who can last the longest.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's not an easy thing to do, let me tell you. There's a few videos on our page actually. If you go back, and you'll see some of the guys doing the challenge, which is a bit of fun.
Absolutely. Well, now I just want to take a quick break for a moment to talk about the month of voting for the People's Choice and the Micro Business Awards. Voting closes at the end of this month, so to anyone who hasn't voted yet, you can visit irishmicrobusinessawards.ie, go to the enter page, scroll down to the bottom, fill in the name of the business and your email address. And the reason we ask for your email address is so that we can ensure there's no more than 1 vote per email address per day. And of course, then there is the finals, which are coming up at the end of October, the 21st of October to be precise, down in Sharon's hometown of Wexford, we'll be down in White's Hotel, and you never know. Sharon may put in a guest appearance, let's call it, on the night. So I mean, we always look forward to a visit to the sunny southeast because Sharon says no matter what time of the year it is, she guarantees the sun will be shining. You'll be able to go swimming. You'll get a great color on the beach. She won't promise whether it's tan or blue, but you'll get a great color. If anyone wants tickets, you can just email michaelbusinessawards@gmail.com and order your tickets there. That's when they come on the show about their favorite Lite Bite Lunch. So for you, what's the ideal go-to snack?
I am a devil for crackers and cheese. Love crackers and cheese. Preferably with a glass of wine, but if it's the middle of the day, obviously not. Crackers and cheese would be my kind of go-to. Or a salad roll. Oh my God. When I was pregnant on the girls, I used to eat like salad rolls till they came out my ears. Yeah.
And have you a preference of cheese?
Oh, just cheddar. I'm not very fancy. Christmas time now, I might go a bit mad and go for brie or something like that, but cheddar.
Simple cheddar, but again, there's nothing wrong with a nice piece of cheddar. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially Wexford cheddar as well.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, Wexford cheddar. Absolutely. I have a couple of comments have come in there. The two of them come in asking the same question: how can people get in touch with you? So what I will do is we actually have your website going across the bottom of the screen there now, so anyone will be able to see. So it's wacky-snacks.com is the website, and that's where they'll find all of your products and that type of thing. So people know that it's there. And
or you can message us on Facebook or Instagram as well.
Grand.
We do hampers. You'll see it on the website, but we do hampers for kind of any amount from I think 10 or 15 euros up. And we also have these. Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We also have these little, we call them party packs. You get loads of sweets in these, and they're €3 a pack. But if you buy 10 or more, you get them for €2.50 a pack. So they're perfect for like parties, communions, christenings, whatever. I don't know, can't think of anything else. Any occasion. Or if you have staff and you want to give them a little treat. They're €3 a pack, or like I said, €2.50 each if you buy 10 or more.
Yeah, and what weight would be in that pack, just as an example?
Say again?
What weight would be in that pack?
Oh, sorry. These are roughly 200 grams, roughly. So it depends on the sweets that are in it, you know. We can do like all of one type of sweet, which is this one here, or we have mixtures. So there's all different types of sweet.
Now that you've made mention of the mixtures there, the big question, and I know it's one that a lot of people will ask, what is the perfect pick and mix? Is it a mix? It should be a mix of jellies and a mix of chocolates. It should be a split of across three. Is there percentages? What is the perfect mix?
Well, so far what we're seeing, customers go for the fizzy. They all seem to go for the fizzy mix. Plain, not so much. So they're going for the sour, the fizzy. Personally, I like the chocolate. I like the white mice, and I like they're called icy cups. They're like little foil with a bit of chocolate in them. I don't have any to show you, but yeah, and bonbons are really good as well. We have blue raspberry bonbons, but whenever we have bonbons in stock, they go really, really well. So I'm doing Tinahely show on Monday. So what I'm going to do for that is I will make up a ton of pick and mix in these sizes, have them ready, and I'll just do all different mixtures, but majority will be fizzy. We have plain as well, but they don't seem to go as well. So yeah, I think my favorite sweet would be, if I was to pick a fizzy one, it would be the fizzy octopus, and they're really popular. Somebody actually bought a load of them because they look like spiders, and she was having a wedding, and she was having a Harry Potter themed wedding. So she got a load of the fizzy octopus to use as spiders. Yeah. So it was cool.
Absolutely brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
Sharon, as somebody who's self-employed with a young family, and you talk about you've already spoken about the fact that while you're away, you're still watching the phone, watching for this to happen. How do you get the work-life balance right?
Well, this is why I closed the shop, to be quite honest, because I had no work-life balance. It was closing the shop, going home, and then being online all night. So now I do have a better work-life balance being online only, because obviously you choose your own hours to come into the office. But it's still quite hard. It's not easy, you know. And like I said, to anyone who has a
have
bricks
to
and
go
mortar
in
shop
every
out there,
day to send orders out.
we have to come in every day, and we have to do the orders, we have to do everything. Like but I mean, at least you can choose your hours coming in. You know, like if I got up late today, I could just come over here at about 2 o'clock, pack up the orders, and go to the post office. But again, being in the shop, it was just, that's why I closed the shop, for better work-life balance, which I do have, but not as much as I'd like.
Yeah. And again, like, do you consider that it's important to have a place of work outside of home? So as opposed to just locking yourself
100%.
in a bedroom? Like, do you find
100%.
that actually getting up, going out is a means you feel you're actually
it's
going
better
to
for
work?
your head. Absolutely, because when you're at home, I've tried to be at home with my work, and it just does not work. For me personally, I can't do it. I have to be out of the house, and just for your own mind, you know, just to be in a different location, this change of scenery, and to be able to close that door after you and go home. Now I know I'm still on the phone, but I'm not sitting looking at my stock, I'm not looking at paperwork, I'm just at home, and it's just so much better.
Yeah, no, like, again, that totally
to have a
makes
separate
sense. And
space.
I mean, do you feel now you have the perfect work-life balance, or do you feel there is still room to perfect getting whereby it works for you better?
Still room to perfect, definitely. I mean, definitely room to kind of what's the word, to make it better.
Yeah.
Now, don't forget, myself and Lucy are only doing this a couple of months, really, so we're still kind of finding our feet with we had to move office, so we're still finding our feet with the new location and with each other as well. But we're busy, and we're just still trying to find our feet. But there is room to improve it, definitely.
Well, I mean, I think the great thing is, from your point of view, because I know your girls are also very much a part of the business. They're very much a part of tracking down new brands, right? Chasing them up. They are, of course, the official testers also.
Literally, yeah. So they've been a great help, actually telling me, and Lucy has 2 girls as well. So her girls are 15 and 13. So we're all kind of in the same teenage kind of era. So her girls and my girls will tell us what's trending on TikTok, what to look for, what not to look for, what you can get in the shops locally, because we try to get stuff that you can't get locally. There's no point in us stocking, I don't know, bags of Tato when you can go across the road and buy a bag of Tato. So we're trying to get slightly unusual stuff. But all 4 girls are involved. It was actually Faye, my 13-year-old, who came up with the name Wacky Snacks. I was sitting for a week trying to come up with a name. I was thinking of, because I had the Cotton Shack and the Geek Shack, I was thinking of some way having the shack in the name, but the domain names were all taken, and anyway, Faye picked the name Wacky Snacks.
That's it. Monique is wondering, are your clients more adults or children, or is it pretty much equally divided?
I would say it's adults buying mostly for children. So when we're at the shows and stuff, we've done a couple of, agricultural shows and stuff. The children are at the stall, but online, obviously, it's the parents, and they're buying for the kids. Now, don't get me wrong, some of the adults are buying for themselves, but it's definitely 80% kids.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think you have your branding very well done, aiming at those pre-teen, teen years. That it's like it is eye-catching for them and that type of thing. So tell me, what's next for you?
We have a big pink gazebo. What's next? Well, like I said, I'm doing Tinahely now on Monday. That should be insane, hopefully. We're getting requests about the toy show packs. We're going to do toy show packs. We haven't really narrowed down what we're doing for that yet, but we are getting questions, you know, will you be doing them? Yes, we will. Halloween party packs, and of course Christmas. So yeah, we're always on the hunt for new products. So yeah, we're going to be insanely busy over the next few months, which is great.
Well, it's great
but
to hear.
Tinahely's first on Monday.
And I mean, it's great to see your passion for what you're doing, right? And great to see you enjoy, like basically to see you enjoy.
Yeah, do you know what? I think I didn't have the passion for the Peach Shack towards the end. Yeah, no, I am. I'm loving it. It's very different.
Yeah, I don't know if we're having connection issues.
Me there, Rory?
Yeah, I think we're having some connection issues with you there. Right. Well, listen, if anyone's looking to get in touch with you, right? You're on Facebook, you're on TikTok.
Yeah.
You're on Instagram. And of course, I can contact you through the website.
Instagram, the website, obviously. And if anyone's looking for anything to be sourced, just send us a message and we will try our best. Oh, another thing we're looking into doing is, you know, like personalized stickers and stuff for parties, and lots of stuff coming ahead. Lots of stuff in the pipeline. Lots of ideas.
Absolutely. And Mike, just before we leave it there, Maggie actually reckons that you should be talking to RTE and getting them to buy a pack for everyone in the audience for Toy Show Night.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. See how Tinahely goes.
Listen, remember, RTE have quite a big contingent at Tinahely because they do quite a large broadcast from there.
We see that.
You never know. You might just catch the right person at the right time, and who knows what the future holds. Well, listen, because we're starting to have some signal issues, I think we'll leave it there for now.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming on with us.
No problem. Thanks for having me again.
We will be back in 2 weeks' time with another guest, another chat, and who knows where the stories will take us. But in the meantime, I'll leave you, and I'm going off to have a look at this website now to see what bits and pieces I'm going to order. So on that note, very good afternoon.